On today's show, the marching band marches on despite not competing in this fall's marching season. Representing the Blue Hawks is no easy task for anyone. How does one student take the role to show school pride? These stories and more on this edition of HTN Daily. Welcome back to HTN Daily. I'm Trois Murphy, and today is October 2nd, and we are live from Studio 1060. We're going to start today's show with breaking news. Anica Hankey joins us this afternoon.
Well, Troy's overnight, President Donald Trump revealed on Twitter that he and his wife, First Lady Melania Trump, tested positive for the coronavirus. This diagnosis comes after one of the closest aides, Hope Hicks, tested positive for the virus on Thursday. Both the President and First Lady began self-quarantining Thursday night after receiving word of Hicks' positive test. The White House says that President Trump and the First Lady have been experiencing mild symptoms of the virus. Joe Biden, who the president had a debate with on Wednesday night, has tested negative. Rock Hill went several weeks without a positive case, but this week we are seeing cases multiply. With the uncertainty, students and parents are starting to ask questions, like the definition of close contact being within 6 feet for a duration longer than 15 minutes. Also, many are concerned with the school closure threshold, but Prosper ISD Health Coordinator Becky Geisy said there are too many unknowns, so it will be a case-by-case decision.
A lot of our parents, and as well as staff and students, sometimes want to know more about the case, where their child was exposed and that kind of stuff. But because of those privacy laws, we're not allowed to disclose that information. So we can't say whether it was a student or a staff member, male or female, what grade level the person was in. So all of that's protected health information. Sometimes we have to disclose to somebody to help us do our contact tracing, but otherwise we hold that information very close to chest.
We will continue to bring you the latest on COVID cases around campus as they are reported. There is a new introduction to the lunch menu, and it's a food truck. The food truck will move from Prosper High to Rock Hill from one week to another. The truck will be at Rock Hill next week behind the cafeteria. The Rock Hill Theater is making a large prop for their show, Medea, that requires a large amount of newspaper. If you have any around your house and would like to donate it, you can bring it to room 1500A or 1500B. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Prosper Town Hall will be hosting a community book sale this Saturday. Due to COVID procedures, capacity limitations will be enforced to ensure proper social distancing and the safety of those who attend. This is a one-day sale, so make sure to stop by, and if you have any questions about the upcoming event, you can contact the Prosper Community Library through their Facebook page. Governor Greg Abbott announced Thursday there will be a limited amount of locations for mail-in orders ballots to be able to enhance ballot security. This is in order to preserve Texans' ability to vote during the COVID-19 pandemic by taking extra precautions, including reducing to one of the drop-off locations in each county. Starting today, these precautions are here to limit attempted illegal voting. That's all of today's news. Back to you, Troy.
The heartbeat of Friday Night Lights is driven by the rhythm of the marching band. HTN Grant Johnson has their story.
There's so much more than the soundtrack to the football game. For Rock Hill band members, it is a community. After not rehearsing together in 5 months, the Rock Hill band found it difficult to maintain their culture while also following the COVID guidelines established by the UIL.
Throughout the summer, we had a lot of kids not respond to us because they didn't know what was going on, the parents didn't know what was going on, and it was more of, well, we'll see them when we see them when band camp starts. And once band camp started, we were on our feet, we had everything ready, and then when school started, we had a lot of kids that didn't show up to band camp, be very behind.
Band camp in the summer is typically preparation for the fall marching season, where the groups travel to contests on weekends, but the Prosper ISD Fine Arts Department decided it would be best to forego the contests.
It was a hard decision, but we get the opportunity to really focus on the individual player and, set a bunch of standards and procedures that if we were competing, as a first-year school, a lot of those things we would have to rush through.
For the band members, it's so much more than playing music and walking. You have to make sure that your marching is in sync and that you're marching at the same speed as everyone around you. And when you stop or turn, you have to make sure that you hit the right spot. And marching on when someone messes up is crucial.
It can mess other people up if they're watching them. If someone doesn't know their thing and they're watching someone that's doing something wrong, it can mess them up, it can mess people up, it can mess the form up. And even as a drum major, if I'm looking at their feet, especially the drum line, it can mess me up.
If we're not marching together, then that means we're not playing together. And if we're not playing together, it's very noticeable to the audience when it's not together.
The other noticeable changes are all are wearing masks, placing covers over their instruments, and staying distance to keep each other safe. Because this community is more than just a band. It's a family. For HTN Daily, I'm Grant Johnson.
The band, Color Guard, and Rockettes will hold a special performance tonight at Children's Health Stadium at 7 p.m. Now Bronwyn Liber joins us in the studio for today's Season Pass.
Thank you, Choice. The varsity football team has completed their first week in quarantine. Coach Mark Humble has been keeping his hopes high for his players by saying, "We can all choose to be bitter or get better. Our kids and staff choose to get better in everything we do. We are unprecedented in times and no one has made a manual for this. All we can do is find a way to win and continue our season." During their quarantine, players like Matt Wagner have been keeping busy with the schedule the Coach Humble has put up for them.
Obviously a bit harder trying to be able to work out and prepare for our next matchup if we aren't even able to see each other like in person. So Coach has really helped us out by giving us a pretty detailed schedule of workouts and team meetings that we must attend to try to get the most out of the situation.
Although they have one more week before they can return to action, we can catch them Saturday, October 10th at 7 against Frisco Liberty. Reminder that tonight volleyball plays in the Colony and cross country will race in McKinney on Saturday morning. Junior Scarlett Matlock is known as the big blue bird that is at football games and walks around the school. Kyla Lewis sat down with the face behind Rocky to hear how she improves the school spirit.
School pride, dedication, and making history. Varsity volleyball player junior Scarlett Matlock brings a playful personality as Rock Hill's first mascot.
Well, at first it was kind of like a joke as between me and my friends. I was like, oh, I'm going to try out to be the mascot. But as I wrote my application and I researched it, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I kind of really want to do this. And not everyone's their school mascot. And I just kind of wanted to be different.
Not only was she the first person inside the Rocky suit, she also exceeded expectations in trying to bring him to life.
Scarlett's been phenomenal. She's really good at crowd leading. She's really interested in just interacting with our fans and our kids. She's definitely visited a few students that were really interested in having a relationship with Rocky. And Scarlett, it just works her tail off trying to make sure that she's representing Rock Hill really well.
As a student athlete, Scarlett says academics always come first. But as she runs back and forth between being Rocky and being a teammate, she knows she can always depend on her Rocky partner, Summer Allison.
I want to entertain and I want to get everyone excited to watch something fun, and I like interacting with people. I like interacting with kids and interacting with the fans.
Whether she's on the court or the field, her goal is to entertain and create a fun, energetic environment that everyone can enjoy. I'm Kyla Lewis reporting for HTN Daily.
For HTN Daily, I'm Anica Hankey.
I'm Bronwyn Liber.
And I'm Trois Murphy. Mask up and rock on.